Welcome to the Branding Expert Show. I am Susie Liberatore, owner and art director of Visions2images, and I help businesses get their branding on track with my unique strategies and processes. With over a decade of experience, I helped corporations and mid-sized businesses create an unforgettable vision identity. I'm excited to have this podcast so that everybody can learn a little bit about branding as well as the entrepreneur world, because we all know how tough and rough it can be. So without further ado, I want to announce today's guest. Hi everybody, this is Susie Liberatore, owner and art director of Visions2images, and today I have Tammy P, Facebook ads strategist, with us. I'm looking forward to getting to know her.
Yeah, thanks, Susie. I'm super excited to be on today. Thank you for having me. I love you. I love your work. You're an amazing designer. I just want to tell you that.
Oh, thank you.
And I feel like we're already good friends. So,
yes,
you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, we are. Okay, so tell me a little bit about you and how you got to where you are today.
Oh, geez. It's a long story. Do you want I'll start with my online story. How's that? Because that's like my past year. And I feel like that's what people, I don't know, sometimes I feel like when people make the leap from, because I know you do this too, that you also have business locally, right?
Yes.
So for me, my journey over this past year was I was making the jump from going more corporate and more local businesses to going online. So it was interesting because 2019 was really interesting for me in that I was experimenting if I could do this and how I would feel about it.
Right.
And it was really kind of cool, but it just started with me putting myself out here so doing interviews and showing up live on my page and building out my group and all that kind of stuff. And what I found out this past year is I absolutely love it because I love connecting with so many people from everywhere. And I love meeting new people. And I just don't think I would have that same opportunity if I kept myself small and in my local town. So yeah, it's been awesome. But yeah, rein me in and tell me like what you need to know or what you think your audience needs to know too.
We'll talk more business in a second, but yeah, I think that there is a lot to everything that you just said.
Yeah.
And I kind of see, like, when I'm online, I can see that there's just so many people online. It's great. I love the local community as well, but both are so good. So tell me what you're most excited about. Tell me more about your Facebook ads experience, because I hate them and you know I hate them. So
I know everybody hates them though. It's not just you. Like I feel like everybody gets frustrated with them, and I feel like a lot of people just say they don't work and they get frustrated and then they don't want to do them anymore. But that was actually part of my journey this past year as well. Not only did I do my lives and do my posting and all the stuff we talk about that we all know we're supposed to do, whether we're going live in our group or our page, or whether we are posting, or whether we're just doing in person, right? I'm doing an in-person event on Friday, and that's super fun as well. Yeah, I've been doing more of that as well. But anyway, back to the advertising. What the advertising can do, if and when you're ready for the paid advertising, is it can help really take what you're doing and just blow it up like way bigger. So that's what excites me, because like everything I do, I know that I can do it times 1,000 when I run ads. And it just feels like super amazing. So a lot of what I've done this past year was just experimenting with my own stuff, like what I'm doing and like what worked for me really well. And then I'm rolling those out as programs as I go. And it's been fun. Yeah. It's been really fun.
You have so much stuff going on. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's always launching stuff. It's exciting though.
I just pushed the button to launch another one today. Like another new one.
I got the email before this and I was like, oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
So I love it. So you said you have to know when you're ready. So when does somebody know that they're ready for Facebook ads in order to blow it up and get the results that they want?
Well, I think it's really a matter of just, I don't want to say I'm lazy, but like if I know, okay, let's say I have to do like 20 posts, or I could do like 3 and run ads to it. Like that seems way more appealing to me. But I mean, to be ready is you have to be ready to, like, I guess I would want folks to think about where they're at in their business. And if, like, I'm not here to convince anybody that they're ready for paid advertising. Like, that is not, like, if somebody says to me, Tammy, tell me, I am thinking about Google ads or paid advertising. And I'll be like, I'm for Facebook ads. I know they work. So you have to, like, go into it knowing, okay, this is something that I'm going to do. I'm going to put a budget to it, whether it's like my $5 a day ad system that I always talk about, or it's just saying, okay, I'm going to set aside $100 and I'm just going to dip my toes into the Facebook ads and see if I get any results from it, really. Because a lot of times people come to me and they'll say, well, just it didn't work. And I'm like, well, what did you do? And they're like, you know what I mean? So I know they work because I run them for myself and I run them for my clients, and my clients, I have coaching programs and they've seen a lot of success with them. But it's a belief that paid advertising is something that you want to do. Like, that is something that you want to do and that you want to use within your business, because there's so many ways to market and advertise your business, right? We could just go, like, Friday, I'm going to a women's event. And that's super fun and exciting. But then also I'm going to run ads next week too. So I'm doing both.
Yeah. And I think there's a fine mix for me. Like, I don't really do Facebook ads, but I'm online a lot, but I like the mixture of local community and then online. I still have yet to do Facebook ads. Tammy's been helping me forever, but it's it's just a nightmare for me. But she's amazing at what she does. I see it with other colleagues of mine, and you just have a positive attitude. So tell me about your $5 a day ad spend real quick.
Yeah, and just like from a mindset perspective, I think a lot of people feel that way, like struggling with the ads. And it really is, like, for me, I just go into it, whether I'm doing them for myself or I'm coaching others. I just go into it like, whatever, you know, if it doesn't work out and you run an ad for 2 days and then it's like not getting the results that you want, then you just turn it off. It's just ongoing experiment, right? When you go to a networking event, Susie, because I know you do a ton of them, you know, for example, that if you go to this networking event, maybe you'll get meet more people, right? That maybe could turn into leads or referrals for you. And maybe a different event doesn't work as well for you. And it's the same with advertising. It's the same with any way that you're marketing your business. Like, it just comes down to a lot of experimentation and doing what works best for your business.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. So one more question.
Oh, $5 a day ad system. I didn't talk about that, but go ahead.
Go ahead. Tell me real quick.
Yeah. I mean, my mission is to bring, this is like my 2020. This has been coming through so close, you know, big for me this last month or two, is to bring Facebook ads to everyone. So really it's about having them accessible, because I feel like when we're online, there's so many different things that we can do. But if it feels like, okay, I'm only spending $5 a day, that feels less pressure. So for me, I want to be able to coach and bring Facebook ads to everyone using my $5 a day ad system, which is, you know, it's a way to increase engagement. It's a way to get traction on what you're already doing already, because we know that when we're putting posts out, not everybody is seeing them. And the $5 a day ad system addresses that, whereas more people in your world will see what you're doing, and then bringing in new people in as well. A lot of the people that come to me, they say, well, I want to run ads because I don't have new people. Like, I just keep talking to the same people over and over and over again. So if that's the case, then ads can maybe something that you could dip your toes into.
So I've heard people say in the Facebook ads world not to ever boost a post, and I'm sure you know all about that. Why should somebody boost a post?
Yeah, so boosting, I mean, I think everybody does it. When I posted my group a while ago, like, I think like almost every single person has done it, right? So we're all, except I actually haven't, but isn't that funny? I don't even know how to do it.
I've done it.
I don't even know how, because I was just trained the other way. But anyway, yeah, so it's just with boosting the posts, it's not a problem. I mean, some people say, okay, yeah, maybe I have increased engagement on the post. So like when you're posting, and this is getting super nerdy, so hopefully everybody wants to go there with me, but when we're posting on our Facebook business page, really only 1 to 3% of people are seeing those posts. So a lot of people are like, well, why should I even bother posting on my Facebook business page? Because no one's seeing it anyway. Well, so the remedy for that is people will boost their posts so that it will increase engagement and more people will see it. The problem with boosting is that it's not targeted.
Right.
So the main thing, whether you can run ads to people that are already in your email list, for example, or you can run ads to get new people on your email list. But the issue with boosting is that it just is absolutely not targeted by audience. It's sort of just like, boop, blast it all out. So the visual that I like to think about is like if you're trying to target and do like a bullseye, right? You're trying to hit your target, you're trying to hit your target, you're trying to hit your target. If you're boosting, you're just like splattering it everywhere. It's just like,
that makes a lot of sense. When I did or did stuff for other people, it definitely was not targeted, and it would be like, you can have the people who already like your page like it, but I don't want people to like the post. Like, I want people to engage or go to the call to action. And you make it sound so easy, because I know we've talked about the email list and doing stuff locally. Like, you can target a lot when you do it.
Yeah, I've worked with so many different clients, but yeah, I have worked where people want to target their ad to like, within a 25-mile radius. So this would be talking about to local businesses, for example, because I know you work with them a lot, and you're able to do that. So the thing is with Facebook, and that's what sets it apart from anyone else, because I've talked to people. I actually just had a conversation with someone who runs Amazon ads. I've talked to people, I have people in my circle that run LinkedIn ads. I have, and the difference that sets apart Facebook from anybody else is that you can get so targeted with the audiences. There's no other platform that does it, really.
That is really interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah. And I didn't know about Amazon as much. This is a total aside, but like my friend, he just has his whole business on Amazon. So we were talking about it. Yeah.
That's awesome. I did not know all that. Okay, cool. See, I'm learning as we go.
I know.
So my last question for you is, what kind of advice would you have for somebody who's either like trying to get online or get in the entrepreneur journey? I know you have like a long backstory and it was tough sometimes. We all hit that. So kind of, how did you overcome it? What would you give them for advice?
Yeah, so it's just really knowing about what you really want, right? And so as I think for a long time for me, and this is a really interesting question because I have been reflecting a lot lately, but I think, we all don't have all the answers, but I think for me, I resisted where I needed to go for so long. Like, I need to be in the online space. This is where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be connecting and meeting, inspiring many, many, many people, right? So I know that was something probably that I knew I needed to do for many years, maybe even for 20 years of my life. And I resisted it. So really looking at where you need to go and looking at it based on where you want to go, what you can do for yourself, but also like how you want to grow your business, right? So we are just so inundated with people saying, do this strategy, do this thing, buy this program, do this course. But it has to come from you, because if you don't feel like you can do it, like if you don't feel like, okay, I'm ready for that next step, like you're not going to do it. It doesn't matter how many different ways people try to tell you what you need to do, right? So for me, I went more into when I wanted to grow my business in a particular way, even over the past couple months, I did it based on what worked for me, not what based on what other people told me to do. And people can give me all the advice in the world, and I'm not saying I don't listen to it. I literally just then take it all in, and then decide for myself. And that's really because we're building our businesses, and we're supposed to be building them the way that we want to build them, that work with our families, that work with the hours we want to work and all these things, but yet we're still trying to make it hard for ourselves. So that is something that I've been working through on my own, and like how I want to create it for myself. And really it comes down to that, like how, like every day I wake up, and I thought about it this morning of like, how do I want to create my business today? Like, what do I want that to look at like today? Not like 3 months from now, because I know everybody's talking about oh, I have my 2020 plans. I don't even work like that. Like I work on the daily even sometimes of like, what can I do today? What can I do today? So
That's awesome. That's very interesting. And I think you're doing it very well. Having like, I mean, having all of your stuff, and I've talked to you before, and you're just like, you do it your way, and that's cool and fun, and not, like you said, not looking into 3 months, because 3 months anything can happen. There's just so much. And I think that for me is like a mindset too. Like I have to step back and be like, well, like you said, focus on today, maybe tomorrow, and just do it like that, and not worry about this future that everybody kind of wants to put into play.
yeah, and I feel like that's a way to, when we get kind of paralyzed, we're like, I don't know the next step I want to take for my business, or I don't know the next step that I want to do to market my business, or whatever we're trying to achieve with our business, put in a new business system, bring on a new customer, whatever it may be. Like we all have different goals every day, and those could change every single day. But what can we do today to take action and move ourselves forward? Like for me, it literally was, I didn't know exactly what I was going to be doing today, except for on the schedule was interviewing with you, and everything else, I just was like, okay, like, how am I going to do it today? And that was literally what I thought about when I woke up this morning.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming on. I'm going to have your bio and your links and stuff in the comments, or like the little bio section part, and they can reach out to you and check out you.
Yeah, really, I mean, if you don't mind, the best way, I'll put in my plug, of course, but the best way is to connect with me through my Facebook group, Tech Connect for Women Entrepreneurs. That's really where I'm putting out all the good stuff. Like I have free workshops all the time. I'm launching my new website. I'm launching a new blog that I'm going to have like all kinds of stuff on there. And anything new that's coming through as far as programs that I put out, it's all through my group. So that's the best way. If advertising is something that, is of interest to anyone, that's the best way to reach out and connect with me is through my group. That's the best way.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of that, even if you don't want to do Facebook ads, I mean, still kind of join the group and learn about them and see what they're all about, because I know it's like a mindset shift. Like we all kind of are like, ew, Facebook ads, they don't work, and we all have those barriers. But just join the group, and I know you have so many great like prompts. Like you can post your Facebook page and LinkedIn, and you can connect with other entrepreneurs, specifically women. So if that sounds interesting to you, just join the group and come on in, because it's a fun group.
Yay! Thanks, Susie.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks
for having me on. I appreciate you, and I know you are doing some amazing things in your business as well, and I'm just wishing you all the best.
Oh, thank you. All right, that's it.